Okay, hello everyone. Just a little bit of patience while I get set up here. Got a few things planned for the day. I'm going to be trying out Harpoon. Here. All right. Pull up my chat. And see how we're looking. Can't quite tell if the quality is good. Let me try adjusting my mic a bit. Maybe like this. And if I move a little closer. Kubernetes, hey, how's it going? Okay. So what am I doing today? I will show you exactly what I'm doing. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little test run of a tool that Mr. the Primogen has created for NeoVim. So I'm going to give him a shout out. Even though there's barely anyone here, but yeah. And just going to set a marker. Yeah, Ubi, if you're not following the Primogen, you should. He's a much better streamer than I am. He's inspired me to stream, and he's great. I love the guy. He's awesome. So yeah. Okay, so I've got my marker. I'm gonna get started. So the last few times that I tried Harpoon, I had a problem. The problem was essentially that I could not for certain files add the file to the list of entries that Harpoon holds. If I go look at the actual Harpoon setup, because I've already forgotten all the keyboard bindings, at the same time I'll show you what the problem was before. So if anybody's interested and they're using NeoVim with the Kickstart, this is what I have. So I have NeoVim with Kickstart and Vim. And what I was having trouble with is that certain files would not get added to the list of entries in Harpoon. So if you don't know what Harpoon does, essentially there's a little bit of implication in the name built in. You like Harpoon, you shoot across and you grab files across your code base, and instead of going through like tabs, like tab new, tab next, tab previous, or dealing with your tmux setup or whatever, you just use keyboard shortcuts. You put the files you want to quickly access into a stack, into a list, and then you use keyboard shortcuts in NeoVim to quickly jump between those files, right? So you can see, let me just go down to the end here. All right, so what I have here are some key bindings, yeah, and like comma E opens up the list, I believe. Comma A, no, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. That's my own. Up here. Comma A appends an item to the Harpoon list. Leader key E, or I think I've set it to Control E for me, opens up the menu, right? So yeah, here we go. So I have a Harpoon menu right there. So that's a good start. Everything's working great. Now, the problem that I was running across is certain files would not get added, would not get appended to that Harpoon list. The reason is because Kickstart NeoVim has a key binding for particular types of files. If you have your tree sitter, which is kind of like the LSP kind of tree sitter thing, where you can do cool stuff with a tree sitter. It literally just goes through your files and gives you additional functionality. The problem is this leader A right here. If you were in a particular file where tree sitter was initialized and doing what it was supposed to do, then leader A being set by default down here, which is what this was before comma A, was causing an issue. In other words, it didn't work. So certain files, if tree sitter was inactive, you could add, and then other files you couldn't add because tree sitter was taking over the key binding to append to the list. Now, I created a ticket here, right? And I think it's closed now. I think everything's done. Let's see. Maybe it's a recent one. Let's see. Maybe, there we go. So this ticket here, yeah, I provided my excuse me, I provided my setup, and you can see, at first I thought maybe it was like a WSL thing because that's what I'm running on Windows. I'm running Windows Subsystem Linux, and there were certain files that wouldn't work, and then at the very end, I realized it's because of this. Now, if you look at the actual repository, part of the problem I love Harpoon Man here. This is great. Part of the problem is that the initial, when you read this, like README, like what this is, the instructions include example key bindings. I wish I could find them now. Maybe this has changed recently, but it used to have key bindings, which, yeah, it's not here anymore. But the key binding examples that were provided here by Primogen were in conflict with the tree sitter ones. So probably he took them out because he realized there might be a conflict there. So as long as you're aware of that with the Kickstart NeoVim setup, then you're able to work around that quite easily. So now to test this, to make sure that it is actually doing what I want it to do and that I fixed the problem, it used to be JS files and SH files that I couldn't add. So if I just open up, okay, hang on, let me make sure I don't have it open. Oh yeah, I do here. Okay. All right, so let's open up game.js. Cool. And then if I do, so here's the harpoon list, right? Now, if I hit enter, it does take me to README, which is great. If I want to, I can open up, like, let's say this SH file, right? Now, I could go around in my tabs, or let's escape this. If I do -A, there we go. Now I have build.sh here. Okay, so that's great. So now what it means is that I can literally just, like, you know, go around. Now the other thing that I have is you can see keyboard shortcuts here where you can choose which file you want to, you know, jump to. So if I've done this right, then there we go. H, T, Control S, Control D, right? Oh, N is what I'm missing, not D. So N, there we go. N, H, T, what's the other one? H, T, and S. Yeah, so I don't have 3, so that's fine. But you can see here. So now my JS files are getting added. Now my SH files are getting added. So all it was literally was that that conflict with the keyboard bindings between NeoVim Tree Sitter and the bindings for Harpoon. Now what's cool about this is you can see that if I really want to, let's open up something else. Let's open up, okay, so if I really want to, you know, I could go do this, right? Go through my tabs. In Tmux, you could do a similar thing. And that works, that's fine. And I have keyboard bindings for that. But normally if you don't have your keyboard bindings, you'd have to go like, you know, tab previous or even tab P. Tab N works. You know, so instead of all that, there you go. Now if I want to, I just go -A. There's my event bus, right? Now I believe that the stack, you can add as many things as you want. There you go. So you have 5, but I won't actually have a way to get to 5 because I don't have a keyboard command to get to 5. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, but not 5. Now somebody told me, somebody who was watching when I was originally trying, told me that if you go beyond 5, things start to get wonky. I've had trouble with my NeoVim setup, so I'm just not even going to do that. If you want to go beyond 5 and add keyboard commands to, you know, swap around between like 5, 6, 7, well, you know, beyond 4, by all means, you can take the risk if you like. I'm not going to do that right now. But this is pretty nice, honestly, because I just know the main files. I can choose the main files that I want to work with, like key core files, right? Throw them into the Harpoon list and just quickly swap around them. So even if I do have another file that I'm kind of just like, you know, I'm not really seriously looking at it, I might do like a quick change, then I just want to go back, you know, I can do that. It's really nice. Now, if I do add, let's say I add this guy again, okay, -A, E, there we go. So if I do have something, you know, beyond 4 and I want to get to these, all I have to do is open up my menu, choose the file that I want to go to, hit enter, it takes me there. All right, let's go to DOM, it takes me there. So beyond 4, you can still do it, you just have to do it a little bit more manually. And then what you can do is you can, like a normal editor buffer, you can delete a line and then write for a save. And there you go. And now one of these, there we go, is going to be dom.html. So it's pretty nice. So everything's working now. I don't have any more issues with it. I'm quite happy with it. It's great. And I'm really like, it's quite an impressive little thing that Primogen put together here. So hopefully people find a good use for it. Francis on Twitch chat, you can probably make those more QWERTY friendly if you use Dvorak. True. There's probably quite a bit you could do to, you know, set up, customize your own setup much nicer. And you know, it's kind of up to you. I mean, that's kind of the beauty of NeoVim and even Harpoon. It's quite customizable. So all the configuration values in here, you know, it's all up to you. So it's nice. It's quite nice. I think for me, the biggest benefit is being able to pare down key files that I use a lot in a coding session. Maybe across multiple sessions, doesn't matter. But you pick, you know, maybe your top 4 files that you know you're going to be touching quite a bit. You put them on the list, and then you just do quick swaps around. And you just know that all those key files are just a keyboard command away. Just, you know, two clacks, 2 clickety clacks, and you've got your key files ready to go. So, Mr. the Primogen, great job. It works great. It's a great little tool. I appreciate that you put it together, and I think for anybody else out there, if you watch the Primogen piece together Harpoon and code it, you'll see, first of all, Lua is like really not a terrible language to code in. It's quite handy, quite nice to do plugins. And Lua has some advantages if you learn it. You can do stuff in NeoVim, like I just showed you. You can do stuff in you can make some mods for video games. Like it's quite useful. Watch Primogen and see him work on. He's doing APM motions right now. So basically, what he's trying to do is watch the kind of like your activity in your NeoVim. It's a keylogger. It's essentially a keylogger, so you can take all your secrets. Just ignore that, though. What it's really trying to do, what he claims it'll do, is that it'll give you statistics of some sort. How efficient are you when you're using NeoVim, right? Like, that's pretty cool. And then you can kind of like, you know, there's a lot of stuff you can do, like, you know, figure out if there's areas you want to improve on with your ability to type in NeoVim, things like that. Maybe you want to have like a leaderboard just for fun. You know, it's pretty cool. So anyways, that's it. That's what I wanted to show, because I think it's working really well, and I'm going to start using it on my projects, and especially on stream. I want to show it off a bit more. So thank you, Mr. the Primogen. That's awesome. So I'm going to end set a marker. All right. Now, here's the other thing. I set a goal on Twitch, which I should have like a, I should show it somehow. You know, I have a lot to sort out in terms of like showing cool stuff. My stream is really boring. But I set a goal for 90 followers, and I hit that today, and I am shocked. I mean, even if like 2 followers are legitimately interested, you know, like I get it. Like sometimes you just click follow on someone, and you know, it doesn't, you know, what's a follow? It's kind of free. It doesn't really mean much. You know, so who knows if these followers are like constantly following me at a high percentage, but it doesn't matter. I'm just really appreciative of everybody who is following. everybody who watches at all ever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the new goal to 100 on Twitch. I would set goals on YouTube, but there you go. There's a new goal animation. I would set goals on YouTube, but I only have like, I see like 1 viewer right now on YouTube. So you know, it's YouTube's hard to get followers on. People just kind of like jump on, watch something, and then on Twitter, you know, it's kind of whatever, right? Kind of whatever. Yeah, so I appreciate everybody who's doing, you know, who's watching or listening or whatever. I appreciate it a lot. All right, now that I've got the new goal, I have something that I'm kind of proud of. Yesterday on stream. Okay, first of all, let's switch to game mode, okay? Because we're gonna. Let me get my heart bound. If you people do not know about Pirate Software, you should absolutely know about Pirate Software. That guy is great. He makes games. This is one of his games, Heartbound, and he talks about all kinds of stuff like security, cybersecurity, creating video games, programming in general life advice, you know, how to be a cool person. He's great. So I'm going to put on the gaming soundtrack. Okay. And now that I've done the... Yeah, Ubi, that's my source, yeah. So I'm going to loosen up the tie a little bit. Okay. We're going to get a little bit less serious. Primogen got a formal tie, suit and tie, okay? But now we're in Spiro's video game mode. So here's the thing. Yesterday I did something really cool. So on stream, I was trying to figure out how to have a world that is bigger than the current viewport. So just ignore here, we'll just go like this. If the world is bigger than the current viewport, we need to have a camera. And the camera has to be able to essentially move around the world and help you determine what portion of the world you're currently seeing that is renderable. And then anything outside of your viewport is not renderable. Why would you want to render something which you're not going to see, you know, in your view? So I had to kind of sort out how I wanted to tackle that. My initial thought process was that I would take a bunch of rendering functionality out of JavaScript and I'd throw it in Zig. So, oh no, it's game Zig, right? Right. Here we go. So I was going to throw it in here. And what I was going to do is literally generate a structure of the viewport. The structure would be just nested arrays. So it'd be rows and columns. It's just rows and columns as an array, and it would be your viewport in grid format. Exactly how it's rendered here, grid format. Each one of these grids represents an index in the array, and the values would be 0 if there's nothing there, or 1 or higher to reference an entity, to reference an image, whatever, like a blocked collision like these blue blocks, things like that. What I started to do that, I started to move the rendering over. And then I realized that I don't actually need to do that. I can still do that, but I don't actually need to do that. What I really need to do is in my world data, let's take a test world, I think. In here, my size is 20 columns by 4 rows, so 20 by 4. all I really need to do is whenever I ask for get current world data at a certain position, or when I ask for like entity positions or things like that, I can just offset the return coordinates by the camera position. Now, it's not perfect. I still think there's something wrong with it. I'll show you kind of what I mean. Where's the camera offset? Here, get current world data. Now, the problem with doing this is that if I want to get current world data that's outside of the viewport, but I really, really want that data, I don't think this is the right function. Right. I think get current world data should just return what the data is. No camera offset at all. So I'm going to write a to-do here. Hang on. So what I'm gonna do here is write a note that I want to update this function without camera position offset, and create a new function that returns with camera position offset. That way, if I ever want to see what's actually going on in a particular section of the world, regardless of where my camera is, sometimes I might want that, I can get that. I will have to depend on the renderer asking for the appropriate, like using the appropriate function. It should know when to use the function that returns with a camera offset versus not using that. So that's gonna be like a renderer problem. It shouldn't be the problem of the WebAssembly module to know when you want that. It should just have the ability to give it to you should you ask for it, and do all the calculations and whatnot, so the renderer doesn't have to worry about it. So so that's one thing that I came up with. But as ever, what I really wanted to show off here is that I do actually have a very basic camera system actually working. I just had to scratch the itch last night. So let's see if I can even get it running. I think in order for me to get it running, let me just see. What is a good way? Just hang on one sec. I wonder if it would be like this. And then I would need, what would I need? I need the IP address. Because I'm doing this over LAN, so there we go. Let's see if this works. I don't know if this is gonna work. Yeah, probably not. Probably not. So I think I have to do this stupid mounting. So let's do that. Here, I can exit this. I don't need that. I don't need that. I just need this. Super secret password. All right. Okay. Now, there we go. All right. So now I should be able to show off the camera. Check that out. I think I chose the wrong. Here, look. So the actual position in the world of all these elements doesn't change. What changes is the view, the camera. I got this working last night after stream. I just couldn't stop until I got this working. So now you can see. Huh? Not bad, right? Not bad. I mean, so now there's like a whole bunch of stuff to do. You know, I want to actually show the world boundaries like better. I want to make sure that I can't move the camera beyond the scope of the viewport unless I manually do it. Right now I'm manually doing it with just like arrow keys, which is fine. If I'm gonna manually move the camera, I want to be able to have full control. But this is pretty cool. So I've got like the beginnings of a camera. Now I can also go up and down, but the world view, like the world itself, is only 4 tall. And so technically it just kind of like it breaks because I'm exceeding the bounds if I go up down. But left, right, oops, oops, I have to be careful. Camera. Not bad. And we still have everything else working. We can attack. Right? Blocked positions are still working. Everything's the same. There's no difference to the world data. It's literally just letting you know where the camera is going. That's great. That's pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy with that. Here's the thing though. Here's the thing. I've got some inefficient rendering, and I think I've decided that I'm going to keep it as is for now. Right now, like I said, get current world data in the zig file is returning with the camera offset. I don't know if I want that, but I'm going to keep it for now. I'm just going to keep it for now. I'm going to focus on some other things. And I think the primary thing that I need to focus on now with the basic camera setup is an editor. I need some editing because it's really annoying to have to change data in the zig file with arrays. I would rather go into some kind of editor mode in here and manipulate data and save it, compile the game, and play around with it that way. That would be my ideal solution. In order to do that, I have to tackle a few things. It's not going to be easy. I need to think about what the editor mode actually looks like. So before I do that, now that I've talked about that a bit, I'm going to update my titles. Let's go zig, WASM. Okay, so there goes my title update, which is great. So now that I've showed that off the camera, because I was kind of proud of that. It's kind of proud of that, you know. It was pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I now have to tackle editor mode. And I think I need to build some scaffolding. I don't think that I have what I need to just start building an editor mode. Scaffolding would be something along the lines of, I think I have some notes. Let's go check out my notes. Where are my notes? On editor, not here. There we go. Okay. So one of the things that I want to do is sort out outputting shipping data around, I guess. And I think that actually might be the best place to start. Dealing with renderers, dealing with tools for like layers, dealing with images, things like that. That gets tricky if you don't have your data mapping, like your data pipeline, sorted out. That's kind of what I'm feeling. I might be wrong about that, but I'm kind of, you know, that's what I'm thinking, is I need to get the data pipeline sorted out first. To that end, what I can do is leverage the console here. I can write some editor, I can write an editor class, and I can write some functions that will read from the WebAssembly memory and convert it to JSON structures, and the other way around. And I already have a JSON converter. Let's see, do I have it? Look at that. Look at that. So I have this guy which already converts a JSON structure, a JSON array, to a Zig array. And I already know that I'm going to have to change this to, yeah. Okay. So that being the case, I think I can just start. I think I just get going. I don't want to get stuck in analysis paralysis. I don't want to get stuck in anal par, you know? Anal pars. Not good. An alparal. I don't know. Something anal. Okay, so I think it might make sense for me to just write a new class. We're going to call it like, let's just call it editor. Yeah. And thank you, Copilot, but no thank you. So if I want to, I think maybe a good start would be to generate a new entity, because entities are really easy. It's just health and then world positions. So I'm just going to create a function called like generate entity. Just generate entity. And it'll be health XY. Nothing too fancy. And then we're going to return oh, actually, I don't need that. All I need is this. Okay. No, I want to have like, let's just do something really stupid simple. Honestly, this is like, this is not going to be the end result, but I just want to get, I want to get to, you know, a place where I'm proving a few things out. So I could do like this dot entities. All right. So now we have an entity, you know, object to store our entity. I can generate an entity, and then I would like to write this out. I'd like to write this JSON out to something like this. And I am not convinced that this function is doing exactly what I want, because it's literally iterating the keys and then the values. And it's writing a key like this out to Zig. It's using the key as the variable name, and then it's using the array values. I don't like that. It'd be better. All I need is something like this, huh? All right, I'm gonna do that. Then I guess all I really need to do is literally just write this out. Entity, let's go to like entity.zig. It's going to return, oop. Oh, there we go. No, I've somehow, something so simple. There we go. So all we really need to do is start writing this out. Just like that. This will stay the same. This all stays the same, except that in here, we're just going to go like entity.health, entity.x, entity.y. There's probably a better way, probably a better and easier way to do it, but just go with that. All right, now what that means is editor. Oh, I have to include it, of course. Right? Yes. Here. Yes. Okay. Editor. There we go. Editor. Generate entity. I should be able to look at my entities list. That's fine. And I think the issue that I have is that I did not pass in values. So let's go 10, 0, 0. Yeah, perfect. Now if I... No, entity to zig. And we'll just go like... Look at that. It's nice. So that's all that's really, honestly, all I really need. That's a starting point. Can now generate entities. Now, what's really nice about that is that if I want to, I could give this entity like an ID or a name, something like that. And maybe even an internal ID, which would just be like a numeric identifier, and then I can output this and save the file, like save it as a zig file, and import it into my zig, and then I have a new entity. So one step at a time. How would I save? I know there's a way to do it here. So we're gonna go script generate and download file. Or write a file and download. It can be blob, an array buffer. Here, let's see this one. Sorry for the flashlight. New file, context, text plain, download the file. You create a link, you click the link, and then it puts it in there. I see. Is that all I need to do? I mean, that would be fantastic. Let's say we want to like okay, I got an idea. So that's going to be string. We're going to console log the string. That way we have a way to like debug if there's an issue. Okay. And so we want to call this like, let's just call it like test entity test. I don't know, just something really weird. What is this foo thing? Oh, that's the contents. Got it. So I should just be able to add string here. Run download. Let's see what happens. All right, so we're going to generate an entity. Yeah, yeah. Then we're going to see what happens here. Look at that. Look at that. Test entity test zig. Let's open it up. Yeah. How nice is that? Now I can take this file, I can import it into my game.zig, and it will, yeah, it'll compile with a new entity. So I have really basic data structures. And then what I could also do is I could go get entity. And, you know, you might think that you'd want to get it from the editor list, but I actually don't want to get it from there. I actually want to get it from get entity. And just, we're going to live on the edge. We're going to live on the edge, folks. Let's see. This. Look at that. Look at that. I like it, folks. I like it. That's great. So we've got a pipeline in and out, which means I can do entity stuff. I can expand this now to do, I can abstract the file downloads, and I can expand this to do world data, which is what I want to do. I absolutely want to use this to do world data. I mean, this is awesome. I just banged. I can't keep my hands off the mic today. The mic is just looking so good today. I can't keep my hands off of it. See it here? It's looking so good. And I'm really sorry for the noises that I'm making. It's just a really good looking mic. You know what I mean? I'd lick the mic, but I already have enough videos of me licking keyboards because of the Primogen, and I don't think anybody wants to see me lick a mic. Nobody wants to see me lick a mic. Okay, so now that I have a data pipeline for entities, I absolutely want to have a data pipeline for world data. Now here's the thing. if I'm going to get the world data in an efficient manner, I need to know where the world data is stored and how much to grab out of memory. Yeah. Here, just my view a little bit. Okay, well, I think that means I need to write a function. Get world, which gives us the location of the world with the chosen layer in memory. Right? So this seems about right. I'd have to pass in a layer. And it's passing me a pointer to the memory address. I think this is adequate. Let's give this a shot. Before I do that, we're going to go here and we're going to identify that this function even exists. We don't need world index. We just need layer for now. Even though in the future we will need world index, but for now we don't need it. Copilot. Actually, that's smart, Copilot. 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 That's actually smart. How did you get to be so smart, Copilot? I'm going to turn up the background music for the lurkers while I keep going through this. Okay, so let me... Found 420. Found four... Folks. 420. I didn't plan it. I swear. So, Primogen would be proud. Probably Pirate Software would be proud. Tej would probably be proud. But damn. I didn't plan for 420. So I don't know if I actually want to be passing in the actual values here. Expected type, whatever, found 420. I wanted a double star instead of found 420. Story of my life. Needed to find some stars, but instead I found 420. Okay, I gotta think about this. I wonder if I can just ignore. I think ignores like this. Can I just ignore it? Unable to infer array size. Well, now we're in a bit of a zig pickle, huh? My daughter made this. I don't know if we... There we go. With Clay. He's just sitting in the back, listening to me babble. More. Let it try. Very cute. Alright, so. I just want a pointer to the memory address. I don't think I necessarily need the whole set of data. So how would I do pointer from? Let's go look at the zig docs. Oh, all this elixir stuff. Thanks to Ryan Winchester. From int. I could try PTR from int. So it points to exactly one item. Unknown number of items. Slice them. Couldn't. Need to comp time. Pointers work at compile time as long as the code does not depend on an undefined memory layout. So this is going to be my issue. My issue is that that at compile time, the world data is indeed unknown. Optional pointers? Oh, it's like that. I see. And then pointer from int. Converts an integer to a pointer. Return address. This function should return the address of the next machine code instruction. That's interesting. I just kind of noticed that. Okay, so if I'm actually gonna try this. I have no idea if this is gonna work. Oh. Not gonna work. Okay, we have to rethink this. We need a function called getWorld, which gives us the location of the world, current world.data array. Memory position. Nope. I'm gonna chat GPT it. So I'm gonna have a nested array in Zig. I want a simple function that returns the memory address location of the array. How would I do that? It's literally the address. Okay. What if I wanted to do this in an export function for WebAssembly? Span count? What is span count? I don't think this is right. Yeah, I do it here. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go here. Let's see what ChatGPT gives us. I don't like this. But I guess this is accurate. I see what it's trying to do. What it's trying to do... 60. It's literally trying to give you the address of the very first value of the array. And then you're supposed to go reach out and get it. Yeah, that does work, honestly. Well... we know that there are 3 layers of width height. Let's see what happens. Let's go like 1. No. I think maybe I went too far. I wonder why it's not. Oh, I know why. Alright, let's try this. Really? Okay. Just gotta think out loud what I'm doing here. So the main thing that I'm trying to sort out right now is if I'm in editor mode, I want to be able to click on a collision block and maybe have some choices. I'd like to just be able to see if I can even click on this. And have it like, no, spit out to the console. Hey Ryan, from YouTube chat. Thanks for the nice words. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. The sole viewer on on YouTube all by yourself. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. So can I, oops. No. What have I done wrong? Oh, of course. All right, here we go. There we go. The click events are like doubling and tripling up. But yeah, I'm not sure why. Oh, of course. What I need is to not generate it every single time. Just add an event listener when we create the element. Now, there we go. Okay. Can I... Okay, that's what I want. Thank you, Copilot. Forgot that I need to actually like get the target, you know? Need to reference an element in order to get its attributes. 2, 11 and 2. So click event isn't working quite well, and I think I know exactly why. I mean, we're going to run into an issue where the layers are going to interrupt the click events. So essentially what you want to do is, instead of adding a click event here, you want to add it on the grid. So wherever the grid elements are. But I don't have a grid element, do I? I do not. What I have is a background that kind of creates the illusion of a grid, but these are not individual elements. Skip this. I want to attach a listener to the view is what I want. Probably my init game Now the fun part. I messed that up. I totally messed that up. It's okay. Fun part's gonna be go. That is the world. So what I want to do is translate my clicks. Let's see. Oh boy. That's not going to work either, because if I click on something like this, like an entity, the pointer event is not landing on the view here. It's getting trapped. So I would have to, because of the z-index layering, so I would have to like bubble the click event, I suppose. Would that work? Yada yada yada. Hmm. This is going to be a problem, even when you're playing the game. If I'm going to have mouse inputs or touch inputs, I'm going to need a way to know what you're clicking on. Now, technically speaking, you're probably never going to click on an empty space for no reason. But in editor mode, you would. I gotta think this out. So in editor mode, you'd probably click on an empty space so that you could initialize that you want to do something with it. That can be contained in the world. As long as you're clicking in the world, you're fine. Click on an existing entity. That's different. You're going to change the background of the world. You want to click on that spot. I don't think in editor mode you need to click on outside the bounds. And even if you do, I guess we can still capture that. All right. So we would go back to so weird. I don't like this solution. It's like a fly or something. Nice. So now I have click and handler, essentially. And I can filter, I can additionally filter by layer. And yeah, this is great. So I have the makings of an editor, because I can select my elements now. I can click on anywhere, even if it's outside the world, if I'm in editor mode. And I can choose, like, I can click if I want to edit the collision box here. I could just click on it, and then, you know, I can do something nice like highlight it, give it a little border or something, and then I can delete it and remove it. And because I have all my data inputs and outputs, all my data pipeline stuff between Zig WebAssembly and the JavaScript code sorted out here, it means I can make adjustments to the game memory in real time. So if I was going to do that, what I should be able to do is edit the actual memory location of one of these collision blocks. And by edit, I mean remove. And if I remove it, then it should just go away. I think that makes sense. So, I mean, I don't know if I can even, like, just do this right now. How would I do that? Let's say I wanted to go like game get world. And hang on. What's going on back there? Hang on. Okay, we're okay. So if I wanted to like try and access this directly, I don't think this is gonna work, but yeah, no, it's not gonna work. I think we actually have to slice the memory buffer up. What is transfer? That's interesting. There might be some things here I'm not even considering. But in any case, what is value of? Nothing. Okay. Can I just access this directly? It'd be pretty cool if I could do that, because then I could play around with some things. Do I really have to create? It says new UI 30 with you can access the pointer. Set size. I guess I do. I guess I do have to convert it every time. That's kind of a little bit annoying. A little bit annoying. have to create a view into the memory buffer and then copy the bytes, or access the bytes directly from the view using data view. Is better than an array buffer because not every platform. Interesting. What happens if I do this? Oh, if I can do this, then I could do all kinds of cool stuff. Let's just see for the heck of it. So there's a view, offset. I don't know, sure. What happens? Nothing, eh? But what's the view? Look at that. And if I look at the data view, buffer. How do I particularly access? That's buffer. Set to string value of. Huh. So no, it has to be a data view. That is very interesting. And then if I have a data view properly, this is great. I'm gonna have to update the way I do this. I guess I should copy this. Yeah, very interesting. I wonder if I can use it like right now, right this second. What is the end of get you in 16? What is this for? Little endian. I see. I see. Where's the data view? I want to see what's going on here. This is super interesting. Set it. Oh, so instead, oh, this is great. So I don't have to convert on the fly. This is awesome. Combine the values. Right. Very interesting. I wonder if I could just to try this out. So what we would do is we'd go like let data, right? So it'd be an array. Hey, thanks, Ubi. You have a great night too. I'm gonna shut off the stream soon anyways, but I appreciate you being here and lurking and the support. Yeah, have a great night. So it'd be data.push get memory position. I'm really curious what happens when I do this. Huh. That kind of worked. That kinda worked. No way. Nice listen memory length. Yeah. This is gonna spam the output, but very interesting. I wonder why the entity data is not returning. Oh, interesting. Really? Wonder what I'm doing wrong there. That's all she wrote, folks. Calling it a night. I'm gonna have to deal with this later, but I've got all the makings of an editor stuff here. Thanks for everybody who watched. Appreciate it. Good night. Oh, hang on. I see somebody on YouTube. Oh yeah, someone's on YouTube. Hey, Bacon. Yeah, I'm working. I was just about to call it a night. I'm working on. I didn't see your messages before. Sorry, I was really focused. I'm working on a video game, and I'm building it with a particular type of language. I don't know if you're a programmer, but it's a Zig WebAssembly. And yeah, I'm just building out a video game live and just doing some crazy stuff with programming and seeing how far I can take it. No, you may not have mod, but thanks for asking. Okay, I'm gonna shut this down. Okay, again, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you on the next stream, or I'm going to build out the video game, hopefully a lot more. Yeah, we'll see how it goes next time. Hopefully I'll have some editor stuff. All right, thanks everyone. Thanks Bacon. I do have to go, otherwise I'd stay in chat. You just caught me right at the end. I apologize. Come back on the next stream. Give me a follow or something, and you can see when I'm on again. We can chat more about the game. I can tell you more about it. Yeah, okay. Thanks everyone. Bye.